So you must also send me that Bootstrap details. I asked you to send me the syllabus, curriculum, etc. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for International Council for Circular Economy to hold the launch of its first online course, Bootcamp Linear to Circular Economy. A very warm welcome to all of you. I'm Susanna Lal, and it is a matter of extreme honor for me to host this launch today. With an endeavor to accelerate the transition towards a circular economy, ICCC is one of the largest international networks of professionals, corporates, and organizations working on the principles of circular economy. ICC has a global footprint and facilitates in planning as well as execution of circular economy strategies. In the words of an Austrian management consultant, the basic economic resource is no longer capital, nor natural resources, nor capital. It is and will be knowledge. With the firm belief in knowledge sharing, the Council is the first organization in India to launch certified courses in circular economy. Today, we are proud to release our first course, Bootcamp Linear to Circular Economy. The advent of the COVID 19 virus definitely taught us the value and limitless nature of the internet. In response to the shift from the traditional form of learning, ICC has created this course for students who are interested to explore the new domain of circular economy. The course takes a learner through a gradual shift of linear to circular models. It will make you rethink the economic system that you are experiencing every day and act upon it. It will help you to shape a more circular future together with the global network. In this course, we explore the circular economy, how businesses can create value by reusing and recycling products, how designers can come up with amazingly clever solutions, and how you can contribute to making the circular economy happen. The key takeaways of the course would be understanding economic models that emerged after industrialization and its consequences, need for a change that can combat these consequences in future generations, learning the circular economy concepts of sustainability, comparing the linear and circular economy through different strategies and business models. Without any further ado, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our honorable guest of honor, the chairman of the All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE, Professor Anil D. Sahasrabudhe, to
Yeah.
release the bootcamp. His presence here today is indeed a blessing for us. He's a professor of mechanical engineering at Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati, and has held several important academic research and administrative positions at Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, Tata Consulting Engineers, Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology, Itanagar, and IIT Guwahati. As an academician and researcher in NERIST and IIT Guwahati, he has taken up several new initiatives for academic, curricular, and co curricular activities, entrepreneurship, research, and good governance. He has been bestowed with several awards, which include Maha Entrepreneur Award 2011 of Praj Industries, Jeevan Gaurav Puraskar Lifetime Achievement Award from MIT World Peace University, Pune in 2019, Mahatma Gandhi Leadership Award from Indian Achievers Forum, and CSR Times 2019. In his own words, critical thinking and ability to analyze is the way to go for young India. Sir, it is an honor to have you with us today, and we now request you to officially release the bootcamp.
Yeah, I'm very happy, excited to release this bootcamp. A very important thing. Shalini Goel Bhalla has really done a wonderful job of circular economy. The work on that, the book on that is published. And I'm sure many institutions will start creating curricula surrounding circular economy, moving away from linear economy. We are today talking about just not economy, which is circular, but in different respects, we need to go non-linear, in different ways, and this is one of the ways. And our sustainable development goals enunciated by the United Nations, which all of us, all 17 goals which we are following, also revolve around this. There are 3 E's, in fact. We are talking about circular economy, but not only economy, but it is education and environment. All 3 are correlated. We need education in the circular economy. That's important. We want to save our environment, and there too, circular economy comes in handy. The principle of what we say, use, reuse, recycle, all of these words which are so predominant and so important, they are the practice of our ancient civilization, whether it is in terms of the different types of food habits, whether it is in terms of our culture, the way. I don't think in any home, however poor or rich, we throw away things. Even I've seen multiple multimillionaires in their homes, so many things of the old era, which their parents, grandparents used, we all keep. And in fact, sometimes younger generation says, ये गंदगी कितनी फैला रहे हैं, इसको छोड़ दीजिए, इसको भेज देना चाहिए, फेंक देना चाहिए. लेकिन our elders again keep hanging on to that, and we don't throw away anything. In fact, बहुत सारा चीज रद्दी में डालने लायक होता है, लेकिन हम बोलते हैं बहुत valuable है करके रखते हैं. Or whether it is ordinary paper, or in terms of baskets which we use, we recycle paper in multiple ways. And I just suddenly recollected my own earlier tenure as director of College of Engineering, Pune, where we have Bhau Institute of Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Leadership, where we have been promoting entrepreneurship amongst students, but we are valuing social entrepreneurship. And one of the companies, Eton supports in a big way in terms of funding for creating projects among students, funding very small amount, 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, but students have to come out with some kind of a social entrepreneurship model. And imagine how students have done plenty of very simple things. There are people who write in the notebook, maybe 20 pages are used, and after that, this notebook, after this year is over, is thrown. We all are aware, in fact, I'm sure many of the families in our country, the eldest sibling starts using a textbook. The same textbook is used by the younger sister, and the next younger brother, same textbook is used, usko अच्छा से maintain करके, उसमें underline किया होगा, जो भी होगा, उसी को use करते करते हम जाते हैं. बहुत एक ही घर में यदि 5-6 बच्चे हैं तो हो सकता है 3 स्टूडेंट्स यूज करने के बाद नेक्स्ट के लिए नया किताब खरीद जाता है, लेकिन वो किताब के लिए है. Similarly, as I said, lot of notebooks, we don't complete the 200-page notebook. We would have used maybe 80 pages, 100 pages. Remaining 100 pages are all blank. So we have been using them, either tear it off and create, staple करके नया notebook बना के use करते हैं. So I think this is phenomenal in terms of engaging in terms of use, recycle, etc. in our culture, and that has been a norm actually. Almost no one says that he is very poor, therefore he is doing. Everyone feels in that we should not waste anything, and that is the spirit behind all of this. Moving forward, the students came out with a wonderful, simple idea. We all in the college put notice on the notice board, and the notice is printed only on the one side. The paper is available, which is on the back side empty. And after this notice has some duration, there is a last day for application of the form, last day for applying for scholarship, something like that would be a notice. Or आपको इस दिन के पहले examination form भरना है. Those kind of notices are always printed on one side and posted on the notice board. And after that period is over, that paper has no value. So that is thrown and put into the dustbin. So students said, any circular which is posted, on the back side it is empty. We will take this and reverse करेंगे और ऐसे सारे pages जो notice, सारे notice board के इकट्ठा करके एक poor student को जो slum में रहता है उसको एक notebook बना के देंगे, free में देंगे. So this is absolutely simple model of what we say. and we ourselves in our offices printer में print करते हैं, तो normally one side ही print करते हैं. Very few times we have, although facility is there to print on both sides, both from the point of view of reading as well as from whatever, it is very easy to give a print command and 100 pages get printed. All 100 pages on the back side have nothing. So after this document is read and the work is over, rather than throwing it in the dustbin, you reverse it and you may take another printout if required and for reading purpose, or you create a notebook and share it with someone who deserves that. I think that is what is important. And very interestingly, I will just show you, very recently we started this campaign, and I'm very happy. One of the faculty members from NSUT in Delhi has already announced. One second, I will just show. Oh, jaldi mera bag leke aao. So the idea was, when we went online during this year, there were two challenges. One is the there was one challenge is that of connectivity. We don't have enough connectivity, and therefore there is a problem that bandwidth nahi hai. Online class mein attend kar raha hu, lekin I'm not able to listen to that lecture. I'm not able to see the video of my professor is one part. The second part, suppose bandwidth is available in that town or village. The faculty is giving it from one college where also enough bandwidth is there. So the end-to-end connection is there, but the delivery man has got a computer, laptop. The receiver man does not have a device. And because of the shortage of device, a person was not in a position to take the education. And this is a real problem, actually. The other problem is there across the board, sometimes in Delhi also. Suddenly internet connectivity goes very bad, and while speaking to a lecture like this, you may not see me, you may not hear my voice, is a problem. These are sometimes happens up and down. But someone who is not in a position to buy a smartphone, or not having a device, which is maybe a laptop, maybe some kind of a device on which he can really attend to lectures. So are we not depriving this person? So I had appealed, we should start donating those smartphones which are there in our homes to a library of a college, and let the college, if there is a working model, fine. If it is slightly, we have changed it because of two reasons. One is it has gone bad, therefore instead of repairing it and fixing the problem, I am able to afford, I will buy a new phone. This is one category. The other category is everything is working fine, but because there is a new Apple model has come, or a new, some model has come which I would like to buy it, I will just dump the old one at home and it is lying idle. Why can't we donate that? It is anyway not being underused. So if we donate that, probably such models which are either already working or can be repaired and made to work can be given to that poor children who cannot afford to buy that even 8,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees phone, which we at ease are changing. I'm sure in every home there will be 5 to 6 such devices lying idle. In not rich people, in the ordinary middle class I'm talking about. If you go to little higher sector, there will be 10 of them. And because there are 4 family members, each one will change in 1 or 2 years. So there will be 7, 8 devices lying idle. Why can't we donate it was the moment. And many people picked up that idea. And I'm very happy. One Mr. Gadre in NSUT, who is a very active person, he created a MOOC course on embedded system design. And it created sensation. 36,000 students have joined this particular MOOC program from India, 36,000. And Texas Instruments, TI, has said they will give 10,000 kits to students to do actual hands-on. This is a very special course. Embedded system design is a course where you require a lot of theory and practice. For practice, you require a breadboard kind of a small setup where you try experiments. So a theory course attached with a practical require this. TI donated 10,000. Because in a college, if there are 3-4 students who are taking this course, 4 students can share that. So 36,000 means 4 students can share a particular device which is donated by TI. So this gentleman said they have capability in the lab to repair mobile phones. If the mobile phones are donated, I will be able to take them and give it to the poor children. And he, after the email, he said, I got only in 2 days 6 mobiles. He was very sorry. You know, he was saying that आपने AICT ने अनाउंस किया, मैंने ये सब सिस्टम डेवलप किया, तो मैंने आज मेरे घर से लाया है, मैं दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि घर में मेरे पड़े हुए मोबाइल थे, आज मैंने उसको आज देने वाला हूँ, इसलिए मैं दिखा रहा हूँ। ये सब 7 मेरे घर में से मिले, वाइफ के थे, बेटे के थे, बेटी के थे, मेरे थे, सब मिलके ऐसे 7-8 डिवाइस थे। एक स्टैंड बाय डिवाइस मेरे वाइफ ने कहा रखो, क्योंकि हमको ही जरूरत पड़ सकता है, एग्जिस्टिंग मोबाइल सडनली हो गया तो। लेकिन बाकी सभी मोबाइल मैंने लाया, आज मैं गदरी जी को ये भेजने वाला हूँ। तो दिस इज व्हाट इज रीयूज, रिसाइकल, नथिंग इज वेस्ट. If you had dumped it in the waste box, probably it would have created environment hazard. On the other hand, by fixing it, we are making use of it to a small, village child or a slum child to get access to education. I think this is what probably.
Yeah, I must congratulate you, sir. If I can just take this short while to congratulate you on your initiative that you've taken. And I would say it is not only giving to the society back in the terms that you said that they could actually use the used phone, but it is also, you unknowingly you are also enabling a kind of a reverse logistic chain for the used phones. So, and if who would not like to donate the phone if we know that it is being used for a better purpose? And if the mobile phones, which is one of the most important e-waste today, could be recycled for better usage, I think it is a best reverse logistic chain that you have built. So I would like to congratulate you on that initiative once again. Very nice that you are taking up, and I'm sure the audience who is hearing us today does also get this message to share their old devices, which could be then used by NSUT for developing it further, or maybe recycling it for the students in need. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing this.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful insights. And with your due permission, sir, can we now launch the online course?
Yes.
On behalf of the ICCC family, we would like to thank Professor Sahasrapade for releasing the bootcamp. It's an honor and pride for all of us, sir. The younger generation needs to be trained on new concepts and business models around the loop-based approach. And ICC wants to ensure that circular economy is recognized as a profession and people in the field have the highest skills and standards of practice. Would you like to share with us your views on the importance of this course by ICC?
You are asking whom?
You, sir.
Oh, I already spoke at length, so I thought my job is done. Well, anyway, this is very, very important boot camp, but in a way certification in terms of knowing. In some sense, we have been using it without actually putting in effort to understand what we are doing is actually circular economy on one side. And on the other side, there are many instances where there are possible tweaking of ideas which are possible. And if we do that, we may be able to do much better in terms of circular economy. I think that is the need of the hour. And this particular textbook gives not only lot of ideas from our own country, but also international scenarios where, especially in countries of Europe, actually, they are very, very concerned about environment, and that's why circular economy has been in big way action there. But our ethos have been on the basis of circular economy. So we should understand our one side ethos, and the second side, new emerging things which are happening, whether it is in terms of, whether it is green chemistry, whether it is in terms of reuse, recycle, which I have already narrated quite a bit, use of plastics to a limited extent, and that too where that plastic is continuously reusable rather than the plastic which is thrown and creates trouble. So we are not against use of plastics, but the plastic, for example, bucket, no problem, but the bucket of plastic of a thick size can live for 10 years also, whereas there is a thin plastic which is used, which will get torn, and therefore it will be thrown into the waste basket. And we have seen on the seashore huge collection of these plastics, and many of these whales and fishes eating them, and they create diseases to them. And we are not only spoiling our environment, what right do we have to even take the lives of those sea animals? Actually, I think that concern also is there. Therefore, there are also many organizations today are creating some kind of edible plates. I think there are lots of WhatsApp videos going around, maybe in Karnataka and some places, where the plate and the spoon is created from out of flour, which after the eating of the food which is served on that plate, the plate itself can be eaten, so that there is nothing like waste and you don't create plastic waste in the process. There are also organizations who are having a large collection of steel utensils, and they give it on rent, and rather than using plastic cups and plastic plates, why can't you hire them on a very low rental and then return it back? I think there are different types of models which are emerging where circular economy practices in terms of how we really can be engaged with the society and try to develop newer and newer ideas can be brought in. So there can be some classic examples through this course and bootcamp that can be given in our day-to-day life, right? From getting up early in the morning to late in the night, every day what we do based on that. Then there are industrial practices. There are practices in the educational institutions. So we can take some concrete 4 or 5 examples and narrate where the circular economy comes in place and how do we tweak with that and how do we really engage in understanding and then implementing. But once we start making people to think around, that critical thinking ability of the human being, the highest species, will always catapult into newer and newer innovations, which we would have also not imagined. Maybe Shalini has put in so much effort, and whatever she has created, maybe she will also get a shock from some young guy who will say, "Madam, this also can be done." That is what we are looking forward to when we open up in terms of such programs and courses. Many young talented children will come forward, maybe from school, maybe from high school, maybe from college, not necessarily a PhD guy. All of them have similar out-of-the-box ideas, and they will be very, very valuable in terms of taking this forward. I have seen many people, those even plastic, we oppose it, but there are plastic posters created by politicians and they're all hanging around, and when that is over, they are pulled down. Then many people have created on the hut or in the slum, they cover it to protect from sun and the rain. So I think this circular economy, I think it's absolutely invigorating in terms of how we can make use of various waste materials, which otherwise we think waste as waste to wealth. Almost all waste is probably wealth. Both start with the word W, so letter W, and therefore I think waste to wealth is a significant thing which can really make us think around. And this SDG 17 goals of the UN, and we should be the leaders actually in this. And we have been lacking behind as a country. If this course is made popular, if this bootcamp is held not just here, one place, 2 places, hundreds of places in all the universities, I think the entire thinking will start transforming in our lives. With this, I conclude. Thank you very much for inviting me. I had other meetings as well, so I was a little late while coming, and I was given 3:10 slots, so I was just in time probably, and continuing with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much,
much.
sir. I would just like to say, since you mentioned about the students and schools and colleges, yes, that has been our focus. And when we were launching this course, the idea was that we should be able to outreach to maximum number of students, be it the school students or the college students. And I totally agree with you that the students today are very innovative. And it is not just the PhD guys, though I have a lot of respect. But at the same time, I think students today have wonderful ideas. And I was speaking to one of the schools in Tamil Nadu, and this very young girl of 7th, 8th to class, she came up with some problem and she wanted to solve that problem. And I was really thinking how this girl is thinking about this problem and is trying to find out a solution. So, it's just the innovative thinking that we need to put into their mind, the analysis. And I'm sure that Indian students will do very, very good in innovation. And the other thing that I keep on telling is that the global South can teach a lot to the global North, though there are some very good practices that we need to learn ourselves. But at the same time, we have to offer a lot as well to the global North when we talk about the circular practices. And in India, I think we are circular not by studying it or knowing it, but we are actually by our sustenance. So we have to have be circular. And I think our students will come up with many more ideas. And I look forward to working with ICTE in future on several projects with college as well as I think the schools will speak to. Thank you so much, sir, once again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Shalini ma'am, and thank you, Professor Sahasrabudhe, for your kind and inspiring words. And I'm sure the audience will truly benefit from your insights, and we cannot thank you enough for your valuable time and presence. Thank you, sir.
So, Sahasrabudhe, can I share a small incident in Warangal?
Yeah.
Where a young boy started a photocopying center where the toner lasts only for 10 days. So just before the exam, students want to copy their notes. He copies the whole notes, and then the student writes the exam. After 10 days, is a blank notebook. He starts writing notes for the next year. And he's just had 10 paisa per page. And, unfortunately, it's closed because of pressure from so many others. He started 10 paisa, whole books or notebooks he used to Xerox and give us. And just to share your
plenty
views,
of ideas which come from young students. They observe. And that observation power of our human being should be utilized along with critical thinking.
That is true.
These two are added together. I see animals also see, but unfortunately they cannot have as much critical thinking ability as we have. And that's why observation and critical thinking, when you add them together, circular economy becomes natural corollary of that.
I would also like to add here, Professor Sahasrabudhe, you said about the flex banner of the politician. I am from Pune. I don't know if you are from Pune, sir. Maharashtra is the first state to ban flex banners also. A young startup, his name is Amit. He collected 80,000 kgs of these flex and made school bags from them. It is a wonderful example of circular economy and upskilling. And, he involved the kids in making the school bags. So they learned the craft. It's a wonderful initiative to learn from.
Sir, actually, if we start collecting such examples, there will be thousands of examples and we can create a textbook out of that.
Yes.
And people will not only follow that, some new ideas will also keep emerging. Right. In fact, that is research in circular economy in my own way.
I really liked your initial remarks on non-linear economy. Probably that is more apt right now, before we come to full circle. Probably non-linear economy is right at the moment, probably, before we end up in a full circle.
I would like to thank all the panelists for their wonderful insights and experiences. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to welcome one of our members of the editorial board of our online courses, Mr. K.V. Jayakumar, Professor of Civil Engineering at the National Institute of Technology, Warangal, where he has been working since 1993. He is the coordinator of Global Initiative for Academic Network and Scheme for Promotion Academic and Research Collaboration. He was awarded the Professor Rankraju Award for Excellence in Water Resources Research during April 2019. In 1992, Professor Jayakumar was awarded the UNESCO Fellowship to participate in the 4th International Course on Urban Drainage in Developing Countries at the Asian Institute of Technology, Bangkok. Professor Jayakumar has over 100 publications in national and international journals, conferences, proceedings, and has delivered keynote addresses at many renowned conferences at national and international levels. Thank you for joining us, sir. So, considering your experience in the education domain, we look forward to listening to your views and the benefits of this course to the students.
Yeah. Thank
Over
you,
to you,
Sana. And I think I'm quite inspired by Professor Sashabudde's initial talk. I'd like to share a few examples before I talk something more. Recently with the online lectures, many of the students were unable to get the lectures. So we gave an appeal to our alumni. You won't believe, in about 15 days, I could get out of 500 used laptops, which we checked up and gave it to all the students who really needed them. And our work is going on pretty well. So it's something which we did, and it came spontaneously that people are ready to give back their laptop, which they're not using. In fact, some of them even repaired and gave me. And we could distribute around 500 plus laptops in the past 1 month to the students who are needy. And they're very happy with the online lectures. Of course, online lectures are not interesting. There's nothing like one-to-one lectures online. We talk to a screen, we really don't enjoy it, but then, we have to go to things. Then another example of the linear circular economy is used mobile phones, not the smartphones. I call that $20 phones, which cost about 1,000 rupees. They're all discarded, but they still work with the same. The water resource department of various states collected these used mobiles, put a swim, and then connect it with a sensor to measure the water levels. So entire Godavari river, for example, every kilometer they get the water level. With a SIM card coming to my laptop, I get hourly water level of Godavari during flood season. So this is a phone which nobody uses nowadays. I mean, $20, $1,000 rupees model, nobody uses nowadays. So that's being used extensively now. I think we have been following circular economy without knowing that we are doing it. I mean, that is something we are actually reinventing what we have been doing. Probably, I call it dying wisdom. We have the wisdom and we do that. In fact, what is circular economy try to do is reinvent the nature. We have a plant which is eaten by an animal. The animal is eaten by a carnivorous animal. The carnivorous animal dies. It becomes a fungus. It converts into soil. Again, a plant grows. You see, that is nature. That's exactly what we are trying to do in the circular economy. In fact, we work on wastewater treatment plants where the water goes and then it is treated. And then the water which is unable to treat it again comes back. We treat it till it is made to work. In fact, even houses, interestingly, we lay the same pipeline to go through my kitchen, to my toilet, to the garden. Why should I use same good quality water for flushing my toilet and cooking? So I use recycled water for watering my garden, recycled water for flushing my cistern, and good quality water for drinking and cooking. So we consume approximately 150 liters per day. That's Indian standard. And out of 150, 120 liters goes as waste. I wash my utensils, it goes to waste. I take bath, goes as waste. And what do I do with wastewater? It becomes a new management problem. So if I do this wastewater recycling and put the used water, which are not consumable, to my flush, to my gardening, to wash my car, to wash my two-wheeler, I save a lot of time, a lot of water. So huge saving in the economy. And also indirectly, we also generate jobs. And ideas are tremendously, a number of ideas are coming in the world. But then the many manufacturers, they have started thinking how long the initial virgin product can go long before it becomes a waste product. So for example, if somebody tries to manufacture a machine, how long can the machine go without using any virgin material? How long can the machine go? Can I be regenerative in the designing, retain as much value as possible from products, parts, and materials? Can I mitigate the climate impact of continually manufacturing new products? I mean, these are questions that we ask. But then there are many challenges. Controlling life cycles efficiently is a big challenge in circular economy. It's no surprise that many products are hard to disassemble or recycle. In fact, there are many materials which are there, which is very difficult to dismember and then recycle. But then we have to find its own ways. In fact, one of the recent examples that I can give is on used answer sheets in the institute. ITC Bhadrachalam has taken the whole answer sheets, the used ones, convert them into again fresh answer sheets and giving us. So it's a small arrangement between NIT Warangal and ITC Bhadrachalam. The entire answer, it's in tons. We got 7,000 students who write exam. All these papers go to the industry, convert into white papers again, comes back to us, and we write the answer sheet that. So that is something which we are now trying to do. So we have to now think a lot on this. And then as Professor said, plastic must be used as much as possible. Only thing is we have to see that the plastic which are bad quality are not used. I always tell students in a sarcastic way, we get the best plastic bottle, PET plastic, whatever you call it. That's the best quality plastic in which you can store consumable food. If I recycle that, I get colored plastics which are good quality, where I give my buckets and mugs. If I recycle that, I make poor quality plastic which smells. If I recycle that, I make quality plastics with which we make chappals. And then if we recycle chappals, I make the colored plastic carry bags in which we buy vegetables and fruits in the market. So when we say this, people stop using the colored plastic things. So we have to think a lot on this and then work on this particular ideas and then see that we do not waste material, we recycle, we reuse as much as possible, and then make the world a better place to live in. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing with us your views. And I'm sure this course will interest enthusiastic students and undergraduates who are keen to learn about circular economy and its applications. And it is very important for the youth to grasp the current economic model and understand the need for a change that can combat its consequences for the future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a poll that we have prepared for our audience. This poll will give us a better insight regarding the cost of this course and our upcoming courses. And I request you all to participate in this poll, which is appearing on your screen now. So we have two questions in the poll. You all can choose whatever the answer that suits you. The first question says, do you feel INR 2000 is justified for a course in circular economy? So I would request you to choose your answer. And the second question says, how much are you willing to spend on an advanced certified course on circular economy? We will wait for everybody to answer and the results to show up. All right. I think we have the results now. So for the first question, 48% of the audience believes they are not sure whether it is justified or not. 38% say yes, and 14% say no. And as for the second question, people are willing, 38%, 52% are willing to spend INR 500 to 2000 on an advanced certified course, and 38% are willing to spend 2000 to 5000. Okay, thank you so much for your feedback. And we will, in case you were not able to participate in the poll, we will make sure to send it to you via email. I now take this opportunity to invite Dr. Sameer Joshi, another editorial board member of ICCC's online courses. Dr. Sameer Joshi has expertise in plastic engineering and he is member Institute of Engineers, Fellow of Indian Plastics Institute, Fellow Institute of Valuers, along with holding a PhD on waste management. He has been working in plastics waste management and been supporting young entrepreneurs who are dedicated to reduce plastic pollution. His work is in circular economy, recycling, EPR in plastics, plastic injection molding. He's an approved valuer for plant and machinery and honorary secretary, governing council of Indian Plastics Institute. Along with multiple feats, he has a Guinness World Book record holder for the world's largest t-shirt from plastic waste in 2018. He's signatory in global commitment to end plastic waste and a mentor International Council for Circular Economy. Sir, it is an honor to have you with us today, and we shall be glad to have the opportunity of listening to your perspectives on the course and the importance of circular economy in the plastics and packaging sector.
Respected Professor Sahasrabudhe, Professor Jayakumar, Shalini Madam, Suzanne, and all my friends. That once tiny microbe or virus, as we called it, 1 millionth the size of a full stop, but how it created havoc and stopped the world. Solutions for that linear world that consumes hundreds of billions of tons of materials and also which has warmed up our earth by 1 degree. Society now finds itself at a historic economic and cultural crossroads. Do we continue to tweak and tamper with our broken models of linear or non-linear ways of working and making aware of the consequences and liabilities that we face? Or do we pivot to a new world with fresh minds and new tools and methods that take us to desirable and deliverable shifts? The circular economy holds the promise for a systematic transformation of our society, as its core stands on the concept of design out waste and pollution and keeps products and the materials in use and regenerates the natural systems. This is also an impact agenda that extends beyond the resource efficiency. It is a multi-stakeholder model that benefits our society and everybody. Niti Aayog, the think tank of India, has also laid a stress on this. And it is very exciting that ICCE has come out with this course. And I'm very happy to be a part of this. As far as plastics goes, we are used, abused, hated, loved, whatever you say. But till a time that we convert it back into usable products, we need to think beyond just cursing and working out ways for our circular economy in plastics more exciting and brilliant than our past. I wish the course all the best and look forward to learning, unlearning, and also contributing to this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Samir, for your words, and it was an absolute privilege for us to listen to your words of wisdom. It is now time to listen to the mastermind behind this online course, ICC's Managing Director, Ms. Shalini Goel Phalla. It is such a delight for us that only 2 months back we witnessed the launch of a book on circular economy, and now she has come up as the architect of this online course. Ms. Shalini has been actively working in sustainability. She developed a zero waste program which helps entities to reduce their carbon footprint. Her project Zero made headlines when it was awarded by the Uttarakhand state government. Not to forget her own awards that add to her laurels. She has been recognized and awarded by Social Founder London, Global Goodwill Ambassador the US, ICUNR, India. She was also given the Women in Leadership Award by Pathbreakers in 2020. She heads the Circular Economy Committee in MSME Chambers of Commerce and Global Chamber of Commerce of India and with Delhi government on their Entrepreneurship Mindset program. She's a mentor to 4 enterprises, currently working as an advisor in sustainability and circular economy. She is chairing the International Council for Circular Economy. Congratulations, Ms. Shalini, on on the launch of this bootcamp. And we would love to hear from you the story behind the creation of this online course. What were the things that motivated you to design this course in circular economy? And how do you think this course will be of service to the transition from the linear model?
Thank you, Susanna. Thank you very much. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. ICCE is glad to make another small beginning that will help us to make a bigger impact. I'm thankful to Professor Anand Sahasrabudhe for taking out his valuable time from his schedule. His humble words will keep reverberating with each of us as we grow. I'm also thankful to Professor Jayakumar and Dr. Samir for presenting their views on how educating youth on circular economy should be our primary focus. I thank my editorial and the advisory board who have helped us to conceive and shape this course. This also calls for a shout out to our technical team as well as the backend team. Without their cooperation, we would not have seen this day. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Today is a new era. India is slowly and steadily working towards embracing a circular economy. The latest APAC report has once again shown the urgency of catching up to attain the global goals. The global society is not sustainable. We all know that. And we are facing the challenges. It may be the climate change, resource scarcity, loss of biodiversity, and many more to talk about. At the same time, we want to sustain our economies and offer opportunities for a growing world population. This course is about providing a solution we really believe in, a circular economy. ICCE plays an important role in bridging the gap to establish strong connections amongst the circular economy community. Our three strong pillars have been education, innovation, and inspiration. On this day of the launch of the course, I'm glad to also announce on behalf of the ICC team that the first 100 learners would get the course for free. There are a total of 5 well-curated chapters with quizzes. A total of 12 topics and several videos break the entire concept in small modules which are easy to grasp. The learner would get to understand the economic model that has emerged after industrialization and its consequences, the need for the change that can combat these consequences for the future generation. This is just a beginning. ICCE plans to launch several other courses in near future. A few courses in the make are on plastics and packaging, circular business models, circular designs and strategies, domestic and industrial wastewater, principal characteristics of a circular economy, zero waste practices, and ESG. The Circular Economy Student Community, we call it CESCO, is open for all students of AICTE affiliated and non-affiliated colleges as well as schools. The platform has been created in line with the National Education Policy 2020, which emphasizes on the importance of new skill development and highlights on efforts needed to prepare students of the country for a loop-based driven approach. Students who join the platform will get access to videos on circular economy. The self-paced platform also offers various other benefits to students. Learning circular economy as a skill and its application for creating social impact is the foremost. Participants will get access to international learning courses and case studies curated from across the world. They can also attend webinars and face-to-face boot camps to enhance their knowledge on circular skills. They can participate in online challenges to test their knowledge and upskill themselves and also share their experiences. The community will serve as a platform for participants to connect with other students from across the world and discuss and deliberate on relevant circular economy topics in a moderated, curated form. National and international competitions will also be organized for the participants. With this, I would once again like to thank our esteemed panel, our delegates, and people watching us live today. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shalini, for sharing with us the framework behind the course. We really appreciate our audience for showing keen interest in this online course. The duration of the course is 80 minutes with a total of 5 chapters with 5 quizzes each. And like Mishalini mentioned, as a special offer for all our attendees today, we have a coupon code that will provide the first 100 learners a 100% discount on the course. You may use the code intro 2021, I repeat, intro 2021, to avail the course free of cost. We will make sure to send the coupon code to you via email as well. The course is available on our website, and we look forward to your reviews on the same. For those of you who could not participate in the poll during the webinar, we will send that also to you via email. Once again, I would like to thank all the attendees for your valuable presence in today's event. I would like to thank the panelists with us today. And I hope that the course serves for you as a wonderful insight in the world of circular economy, and together we make a lasting impact. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand sir. Thank you, Samir sir, Professor Jaikumar. Thank you very much. Professor Anil sir, I would like to fix whatever we could do with AICTE. We have been discussing that. I'll ask my office to fix up a meeting with you. Whenever you are available, we'll like to take it forward from you.
I'm always available.
Sure, sir. So I'll land up tomorrow in your office.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Namaste.
Namaskar.